All right, so now we're going to independently use our right and left hands with the heaven and earth and the earth and heaven. Again, if you could do it with when we were just doing the heaven 6 and the earth 6, it will feel just the same. You just have to remember on your counts 2 and 5, they're opposite of whatever you were doing. If you were high, your 2 count is going low. If you were low, your 5 count is going high, right? Vice versa. Whatever the one right before it was, you're doing the opposite. So for the heaven and earth, going from the right side, we would go high, then low, then high again. But to come back with the earth, we have to, again, chamber it on top, just like we did, and then come back low, then hit high, and then hit low and come back again underneath, right? So the chambering is the exact same thing. We go high with an angle 1, low with that angle 8, high with the 2, and it's a wittick, but we pull it back on top. We go low with the 8, high with the 2, low with the 8 is a wittick, and we bring it back on bottom. Now once you get used to this, you'll notice, perhaps, that one hand, as I'm doing this, just stays high, and the other hand just stays low. This hits high, this one's on my 2, then we hit high again, and it stays up. This one again, still low, this one hits high, and then this one hits low, right? So my right hand in this case is always high, my left hand is always low. I go high, I go low, I go high, come back, I go low, I go high, I go low, come back. Left hand stays low, right hand stays high. Now switch it, I do the same thing. If this becomes my earth side, now my right hand will be low, my left hand will be high. If I go earth, I go high, the heaven, and come back, but come back under, so I can come back with heaven and earth this way. High, then low, then high, and come back on top, right? Low, high, low, come back, high, low, high, and come back on top that way, right? So just depending on which side you're doing on this, when we switch it up, again, it's the same thing as we did before with the heaven and earth, but now you can even concentrate as you get to moving a little faster with it, just focusing on one hand being high and the other hand being low, and this will work independently from one side or the other. Thomas, will you be my helper on this one? Just looking at both sides of independently moving it, or the brain fart. Again, if we test our distance, good, right? So we go high, low, high, come back on top, low, high, low, come back under, high, low, high, back on top, low, high, low, and under, high, low, high, low, high, low. Right hand stays high, left hand stays low, right? Now let's switch them. Earth on this side, low, high, low, come back under, high, low, high, and back on top. Yeah, back on top. Low, high, low, under, high, low, high, back on top. Low, high, low, under, high, low, high. Now the right hand is low, the left hand is high. Right hand is low, left hand is high, right? It's actually easier than you would think that way when you do the independent, when you just think of which hand is high and which hand is low. It works out at least on that. It doesn't do that on all the patterns that way, but for this one it does, right? That is our 4th lesson on this. So we did the heaven 6 and earth 6 was the 3rd one. Heaven and earth and heaven is the 4th one. So next we're going to look at another pattern which will utilize our heaven 6 in one instance, and I believe the side wittick will also come into play. And so that will be another interesting use of that heaven 6 pattern. Again, like I said, that heaven 6 pattern keeps showing up. That earth 6 pattern will keep showing up. So even as we move on to these more difficult ones, there are variations on those 2 pattern sets.